This is my hardcore world, and my ultimate goal? Rebuild an entire Lord of the Rings inspired universe. Starting with my favourite folk, the dwarves, we are building an empire. But today, my only two goals are attempt to get unlimited mending books and finally begin the journey of improving our interior design skills. But before we jump into the video, guys, I would hugely appreciate it if you would consider hitting that sub button and hitting the dingly dongly bell. Completely ignoring the fact that I'm losing my voice this week, we've got too much to do to worry about that, so let's get on. And one thing that's been pretty high on my list recently is automating the production of paper, because we need it. Oh, we have a skeleton. Where are you, good sir? Begone, foul beastie. As I was saying, so a lot of players will know that trading paper for emeralds is pretty lucrative business in the Dwarven Empire, and I want to continue that because it's probably one of the most simplest and easiest resources to farm in the game. All we need is a couple of observers, some pistons, and a little bit of redstone, and we can automate this, and that'll gain us unlimited emeralds. So that's what we're going to work on very, very quickly before we get started with all of the building projects that we've got this week. We may need more cobble, but this should give us enough to kind of get started. 13 observers is all we can make. Okay, we need a lot more stone first. Let's also grab some iron from the farm real quick and head back. Now let's make the remainder of the observers, and we're out of redstone. Fantastic. Well, what has it got, my precious? Moving on, this has been quite the lucrative trip so far. Well, that was a pretty impressive haul, if I do say so myself. We got 15 diamonds, we got plenty of redstone for our contraptions, and I even got a little bit of gold, which is fantastic. But let's carry on. Only 21 more. This is going to be a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. So I got a little bit distracted from gathering resources and came a couple of hundred blocks south. You can see the base of our mountain over there. You can see the bridge that we made. And now you can see that I'm stood on top of another mountain because I've had a cool idea, but I'm not going to explain it just yet. Now we're back at the base and we just have to craft a bunch of pistons, but of course, we don't have enough to make 3 stacks. So we need to go and get more materials. What materials are we actually out of here? Pretty much everything. We're going to need way more stone, more redstone, and more wood. So here we go again. I'm so goddamn dumb. I've literally just spent about 2 hours mining for redstone. We had 53 blocks of redstone.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Why am I so stupid? Why? Why didn't I check this first? Grab some of... Oh my god, we have a lot of iron. Wasn't expecting that much. And there it is. Wait, do we need to make... Oh no, there was just one more. I thought we had to make more than one more stack. Oh well, we got way more than enough redstone, and we've also got way more than enough gold to make the tracks, and we actually got 33 diamonds out of that, which is pretty cool. Well, it only took a lot longer than I anticipated, but we finally got all of the materials that we need to go and get this done. So let's go. Okay, job number 1, get rid of all of this sugarcane. So I may have accidentally made this farm a little bit too big, because you know me, once I've committed, I've got to do it. So I need to go ahead and dig out these lanes, 32 blocks long. I need to extend this room, and then we can get building everything. So let's just time-lapse this and get it out of the way. Well, there's some basic lighting in. Now we can actually focus on the build, which is split into 2 completely different parts. So the first part is you've actually got the underground element, which is basically the rail cart system. Then you got the second part, which is the actual farm, which basically utilizes observers and pistons. So we're going to go ahead and just power through and build it really quickly because it's really not that important, or it's, you know, it's just easy. So let's just get it done. So to make the actual cart dumping system, I think we put a hopper going into a chest. Then it's as simple as just putting down a comparator. Then we just use a solid block just so you can kind of see the way that it's built. I'll use polished andesite. Then all we do is put a redstone torch on the other side, a block on top of there, a block on top of the comparator. We have a redstone repeater going into the block. Then all we have to do is just place a powered rail on here. And then if you put a hopper on there, it'll go off because it's empty. But if the hopper's full, what should happen is it should cause this to light up because it detects items in the hopper, which will then cause this system to turn off the rail cart, and it'll basically stay there until the hopper is empty. If I go ahead and show you right there, it's turned off. If we take that out, yeah, so now all we have to do is lay down the track, and then we can finish this section up. So all I'm going to do is place down this minecart and just hope that this really works, because I really don't want to have to start gathering resources again because we've done so much of it today. Come on, come on. Lap 1 complete. He's going in for lap number 2. He's coming into the second bed. He's coming down the second lap. He's coming into the third. He's coming down to the end. It's fair to say I won't be a sporting commentator. Anyway. It looks like he's getting to the end. He's bouncing back, and as long as he makes it all the way around, then it looks like it works, and we can kind of just leave him be, and we can go and start on the second bit. So sugarcane has to have an adjacent water block, so I believe I'm going to go ahead and design a very, very similar system that we had before, where it looks like the water is coming from the farm area through the wall. So all we're going to do is try to get this to work. Thank you very much. Bring this all the way out and place it like so. Then just run up and down and do this through every single bit. Grab 2 walker buckets. We've got to fill those bucket guys. Now, water buckets is what I was trying to say. Create an unlimited water source. Thank you very much. And we just have to go along and keep filling these up. I don't understand why it does it with some and not others. It really confuses me. Stair has now been waterlogged, so we can go ahead and get the actual farming system in place, and all we need for that is just a couple of bricks, the observers, the pistons, and the 3 stacks of redstone. All the bricks in place. Now to get all of the pistons in place, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna chop your head off if you don't stop with that thunder. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Okay, now all we have to do is go around and place the observers in so that the face is inwards. Now, this can be a little bit... I swear on me father's axe! This ought to fix the trick. Well, I started experimenting and seeing what I could do design-wise to kind of make it look a little bit dwarven. And I think I need to put like a cover over the front as well, and I just need to decorate this whole room, but I'm not going to just yet because I've been doing this for far too long. And actually this build isn't even supposed to be a considerable part of this video. This was supposed to be literally like a 20-second montage of me putting this together, but it's turned out to take me several hours. So just to showcase how this works, if you're not really sure, or you've never really touched this before, is observers are kind of basically just detectors. They detect when a state of, or a block state changes in front of its, what we like to call its face. I mean, he doesn't look particularly happy. He's like, yeah, what? It changed. So that was a terrible impression. It should pop out the entire row, and then what should happen is if I just throw these in there and jump down here, when the minecart gets around here, it should then start loading the sugarcane into the system. It gets put into here. Well, I mean, we've been AFK for just less than half an hour, and we managed to get like, what, like 3.5 stacks? I mean, that's pretty good. That's like, what, 64, 64, 64, 64, 6, 12, 18, 24. Like 250 an hour? I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not, you know, it's not bad. Why? Why, dwarf gods? Why? Why you do this to me, lads? Oh, we're gonna have to cure him and try and kill that zombie. I knew I should have covered them up. Make as much bone meal as we possibly and physically can. And bone meal the death out of all of these potatoes. Did all of that just so we can get potatoes, so we can keep breeding with the villager breeder and plopping dwarfs out of holes in the ground. Yeah, that's right. The dwarfs physically pop out of a hole in our ground. I'm so funny. I think I don't... Oh, I've just done it again. I think I don't need to have... No, I don't. Right, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know if we can use them for anything, but don't worry, I'm going to pick them up. But I think if we just throw you in there, and then we just need one more. Can we do this very quickly? I was trying to do the Betty Hill. I'm sure you... Yeah, anyway. Oh, it's done! Potion of weakness. There we are. Then I think actually if we put them in there, and then we get some gunpowder. Hey, gunpowder. Yes, and that should make it into a splash potion. Professional chemist. Yeah, don't. I don't know where I was going with that one. Let's just kill this guy because he is not needed in our little... There we are. You can be gone. Now all we need to do is throw the splash potion of weakness at him. And then give him a nice little apple. Wait, did I give myself it? Ah, poop. Anyway, now we just need to wait a couple of minutes and he should transform back to a villager. Hey, we just got the zombie doctor achievement. So he's now going to give us an emerald for every 18 paper that we have. We can now buy the Fortune 1 book for... Wait. That 1 emerald for Fortune? I'm going to be right back. They were already in my inventory. I don't know why I came all the way back here. And then 1, 2, 3. Now we can be right back. Combine with... Oh, need a lot more books. I just totally did not math correctly in my head at all. That was an expensive one. How much is it going to be to put on the pickaxe? 16 levels? That cost us all 32 levels. But we have Fortune 3 though. Hey, what I feel like we should do is build up this room so that we have 2 tiers of places where there's going to be like, basically like the dwarves have like carved out of stone the... I cannot build and talk at the same time. I need to improve. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I think we should build this entire library on 2 different tiers. By the way, just a quick interjection. I've had a bit of an update on the super smelter that we built in the previous episode. Somebody mentioned if you actually fill the hoppers, because the issue that we had was that the hoppers were at the front were filling up with lava buckets, but if you go around to the distant ones, it wasn't filling them up as much. As you can see, there's 1, 0. There's glowberries in that one for some reason. What you can actually do is make it so there's only 2 spots in each fuel injection hopper, which basically means that it'll only distribute 2 buckets of lava per furnace in its backlog, so then it'll actually be able to fill up the entire furnace, ultimately working faster. Just thought I'd mention that in case any of you decide to build it. And forgetting all that, we've come up to the sugarcane farm because it has been running whilst we've been building, and this is probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of sugarcane. So this is actually a pretty insane farm, and I don't think for now we need to actually improve it. I think this is going to be absolutely fine and dandy. Just checking that we don't... Oh, we do have some paper in there though. So let's head back to the villager trading hall, take all the sugarcane, turn it into paper, and trade it into emeralds. Conveniently, I saw a zombie, so I thought, you know what, we're gonna zombify the villager that sells the mending so that we can get it cheaper. Why won't the zombie target him? No. Right, we need a boat. He's like, nope. That took much longer than I anticipated. My helmet's almost destroyed. I had to kill off the zombie, otherwise I died, because the villager spawned with a enchanted iron shovel. Of course it didn't work. Just my luck for it to not work. Right, we got mending again, but the last time it was 49 emeralds and we didn't lock it in. So I think we're just going to have to take the hit, lock it in, and then I think we're just going to have to go and find another zombie and zombify him now that he's locked in, and then we'll be able to get cheaper mending. So that's what we need to do right now. So we've lured a zombie down. Now all we need to do is try and get him in here so that he can run along and transform all of the villagers. I think if I actually go and make the potions and just leave him to it, by the time I get back, he should have turned them all into zombie villagers. I've just realized that I've basically let the zombie loose on all of the villagers and we needed a glass. So I'm gonna have to go outside and have to go touch some grass. And there's all the potions done. Now time to head back to see if the zombie's done his job. You had one job, Billy. I'm a little bit worried about... Right, let him cook. There we go. We've now got all 3 in a zombie form. I'll also eat a cheeky apple whilst we're waiting. I probably shouldn't do that really, but what you gonna do about it? I like how this villager's just in his little cozy little prison still, and he's like, he knows what's coming. Just as I brought one more villager back, the first villager has been transformed back. Oh, there's the second. Is that 1 emerald for a mending book? I'll be right back. Just need to grab these. Take Derek with us. Say hello to Thorin. Hi, Thorin. Now, in theory, so many mending books. And we leveled him up, and we're just going to buy some more. He won't sell us anymore. We literally have unlimited mending. We officially did it. We now have infinite mending books in our world. We are overpowered now. There's nobody in this world that's stopping this dwarf from hitting his end goal. I don't really know what it is. Anyway, moving on. And we're back at the sugarcane farm. And I said I would come back here because we need to decorate this room and make it just look a little bit more dwarven than what it is. So we're going to go ahead, knock this off, and we're going to get to work in building this up. So the first thing I think we do is to cover up this water. Where all of these things are is we create a pillar of wood, and we do this all the way along here. Then we do a strip going all the way across. Then what I think we do is we turn around and we do the same thing up here. Then what we do to simulate a little bit of a curvature, but not a massive one, what I think we do is we run some slabs all the way across each side, like so. And then we utilize the sort of the thinness of trapdoors to kind of simulate this kind of curvature in the roof. And then to finish this off, I want to experiment with using fences to see what this looks like. in an attempt to kind of incorporate a little bit of stonework into the build. So let's see what... Yeah, I like that. I like that. That looks really, really good. And we just had enough for that. So that should stop all of the sugarcane from coming out, and it should all get collected. This looks insane. I absolutely love this design. I'm even half tempted to put the stairs in, the fences in on this side as well, and just put... Yeah, I'm going to do that. And it's done. I think the entranceway needs a little bit more work, realistically. I think we need to kind of make this all kind of tie in and just feel a little bit more purposeful. But I think that for now, this is kind of the direction that we're going in. So I do want to say, guys, I appreciate that right now the decorating and kind of the interior building is going a little bit slow. Now, I'm not going to apologize for it, because it is what it is, and I know a lot of you guys are loving the way that things are looking at the moment anyway. If we were to spend, like, say, 7 hours building up this villager trading hall right now, can you imagine, like, coming back to it in, like, 2 weeks' time, because we've changed the idea in our head for, like, what we want to achieve in terms of the interior decor? Because I want to make sure that it is 100% consistent. With that said, I do want to also make you all aware that as of Tuesday the 11th or the 10th, I can't remember, of October. Oh, hello, Doric. Doric? I don't know. I was thinking Derek, but I was wanting to call him something else, because I think we've already got a Derek. But yeah, guys, I am heading on holiday, or as you American folk would say, vacation, man, in about 5 days time, for a week, which means I need to plan ahead and record something so that we are a week ahead. So I am going to be filming an episode straight after this one and working all weekend to make sure that you guys have a video to come out next weekend, whilst I'm going to be chilling out, maxing and relaxing, the king of bling and all that, sipping on vodka martinis. I don't really drink alcohol, by the way, but, you know, that's the first thing that came to my head. So I'm basically going to be taking a week off to go and have a holiday with my wife. And that's why we've got to end this video right here, right now. So I've been the Mike James, also known as It's Me, Mickey T. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Booga booga.